So after living in Germany for nearly half a decade, one of the dishes that kept coming up over and over again was Pfirsichkuchen. This is a German peach quote-unquote cake, which is a semi-bready kind of dessert cooked with fresh peaches on top and kind of baked in. I wanted to try my hand at this, but being that I grew up in the South, my version actually came out closer to a hybrid peach cake, which was a cross between Pfirsichkuchen and a traditional American peach cobbler. Now, the result of this cross-pollination was actually a success, and I actually really enjoyed this, and so did everybody else who tried it. The first thing we're gonna need for this recipe we're gonna need 6 ripe, fresh peaches. We can start by cutting them in half, removing the stone, and peeling them either with a knife or a peeler. And we're then gonna cut these peaches into equal-sized slices, roughly the size of what you may find in a can of peaches. Now, if there's not enough danger in your life, you could make your life a little bit more risky by trying to peel the fruit and then attempting to cut it in half. So basically by removing the peel, the peach becomes very slippery, and then trying to plunge a sharp knife into it is a steadfast set of ingredients in case you're wanting to test out how good your health insurance is. Once we've sliced up all the peaches, we're going to add some sugar and salt. And in our case, we're going to go with about 1/3 of a cup of sugar and about a few shakes of salt. Additionally, we're going to add the subtlest hint of spices, including cinnamon, cardamom, and some nutmeg. These are completely optional. So we're going to just want to make sure that we mix all of this together, making sure that the peaches are covered in the sugar, salt, and spices. Now, in general, German desserts aren't very sweet at all. So this is the one place where I'm adapting the recipe to add more sugar to satisfy my American sweet tooth. But on the other hand, this is likely a fraction of what you may find in a traditional peach cobbler. And the reason for that is we really don't want to overwhelm the natural sweetness of the peaches. Now, the cool thing about what we're doing with the sugar and salt on these peaches is that over time, this will draw out juices from the peaches, which we can then use to cook the peaches in, coming up in a few minutes after we're done working on the other components of this dish. Now, speaking of other components, we need to actually make a simple batter for this dessert, which is pretty much as simple as can be. We need equal parts of all-purpose flour and milk. And in my case, I'm using about 1.5 cups of each, but feel free to adapt this to fit in your pan size. Add a small shake of salt to the flour, whisk it up, and then go ahead and add the milk. Give the two a good mix, and then you can set this off to the side for right now. So while we were working on the batter, some of the liquid in the peaches should have been drawn out, as you can see here. We can go ahead and dump this into a pan and heat this up over medium heat to try to make a syrup out of its own juices. I'm gonna add in about 1/2 cup of water to make this a little bit more syrupy, but if you wanted to be kind of closer to the original authentic German recipe, I would omit the water here actually. It's kind of a dry cake in the traditional German recipe, and in the end mine came out a little bit syrupy. So we're gonna heat these peaches until they kind of start to get a little soft, and you can kind of see here what I mean. And we're gonna also make sure at this point, which it should be, the sugar is completely dissolved into the water. Now for the next step, we're gonna need to prep the pan that we're actually gonna bake in, and here we're gonna use a medium-sized cast iron pan, preferably deeper more than shallow. Now if you don't have a cast iron pan, you can try to use another casserole dish or something else similar. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat this pan up over medium heat, and then we're going to actually melt 1 stick of butter into this. And once this is heated up and the butter is completely melted into the pan, we can go ahead and add our batter in, which will completely crisp up as soon as we pour it in. And this will prevent the dough from rising through the peaches as it cooks, which may be something that's desirable for peach cobbler, but in our case, that's not what we want. So lastly, we can go ahead and add our peaches in, and here I just gently set the peaches on top of the batter and butter mixture. And lastly, I just decided to add some lemon juice to bring the taste a little closer to the peach cobbler that I kind of like. But if you want to go again for the more authentic recipe, you can just abstain from adding it. Once we've added the peaches, we're done here, and we're just going to add the whole thing into a preheated 350-degree Fahrenheit oven, or about 176 degrees Celsius, and it's smooth sailing. After about 60 minutes in the oven, the dish should be ready, and it should kind of look like this. If not, just stick it back in. But once it's done, we can pull it out. I let it cool for just a slight amount so that people didn't burn the roof of their mouth, and then from there it's very easy to section this out into dessert-sized pieces, and in my opinion this stuff came out awesome. I served mine with some cold ice cream and it went really fast. People love this. So if you want to make a really quick peach recipe with fresh fruit, this is a really great thing to try, especially if you're entertaining a large group of people. So I hope you enjoyed this quick recipe, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing for more recipes, and comment with what you'd like to see next. I haven't forgotten about those stickers for the diehard fans, and they are still being worked on, and I'll be sending those out at sometime soon. Okay, thank you very much, and bye.